Good evening, guys. Mohammed Waris here, a fire chief. I have 14 years of experience of training and in fire fighting and also in fire prevention. I have CFPS. I'm approved trainer from HABC, High Fire Body of Compliance UK, and also I'm approved trainer from Cardiff Institute. I also have practical sessions and also have a training from International Civil Aviation Organization, and also have a certification in NFPA on different topics. We have a topic on hazardous material handling, because in our hospital, in your hospital, we are facing different kind of hazardous material. Like we have a medical gas session here. We have a warehouse where we can start we can store the hazardous material, and we have a radiology ward, fuel storage area. That was the area that we have to consider as the highly, risk level for our staff. What is hazardous material? Basically, how we can handle it. What is the labeling and signage? What is the effect of hazardous material on our health, on safety, on property also? What is our response in case of emergency if we are going to respond on a hazardous material area? If someone and somewhere, like if in a warehouse there is a fire in a warehouse, and we know there was also a hazardous material installed there. So what is our response? What is our priority area? What is our strategy to firefighting? And what is our APs? How we can handle it? What kind of extinguisher system we can use? What kind of what kind of extinguisher agent we can utilize on that area? And what kind of PPs we have to wear to try it in that area? And what is the reaction of that chemical? It depends on that chemical that have been stored on that area. And also the importance of proper classifications. The types and the classification of the hazardous material. We have divided in different kind of classification as per NFPA. Safe storage and handling, how we can save ourselves, our staff and our premises by handling in and storing in safe places. Risk assessment and documentation for the hazardous material. So we can start from definition. Anyone told me about what is hazardous material? Please, what is hazardous material? Yes. Okay, the hazardous material are substance or material. It's any kind of substance. It's a liquid, it's a gas, in solid shape. It doesn't matter what kind of shape it was. But it was significant risk to health, to safety, to property or the environment also, due to their chemical, physical and biological properties. Because these hazards material are chemical properties, so it is dangerous for our health, dangerous for the safety of the people, dangerous for the property, and also dangerous for the environment. Okay. These materials can be in the form of solid, liquid, fuel, gas, and may cause harm through direct contact, inhalation, excision, or environmental contamination. Okay. So, if you are going to learn about hazardous material handling, hazardous material emergency response, hazardous materials classification, you must know what is hazardous material. So, hazardous material is substance or material that can be found in any kind of shape. Classification of hazardous material. We have classified in different areas as per their reactivity, toxicity, is the chemical reaction, and also is property. First, we have talked about flammable and combustible substance. Flammable and combustible substance. Material that have a highly flammable and combustible, their rating is 3 to 4 in NFPA Diamond. That was highly flammable, and we consider it a classification at top. Okay, is one of the classification is highly flammable and combustible material. Second one is explosives. The material that can got explosive If are very toxic and poisonous for health, that are in other classification. Radioactive material, like there when we have a radiology ward. Compressed gases, we also have a medical gas storage area. There was a different kind of gases has been stored in cylinders, and infection substance and cruiser materials. That are all the hazardous material, but we classified in different shapes and different classes. Define one by one their classification. It's important that we know about their hazards, about their examples, and what is that material was. First of all, we can start from the favorite combustible. As I already told you about the material that can easily ignite and burn when exposed to an ignition source, such as spark flame. We have a fuel storage area like gasoline, fuel storage area, diesel, coal, acetylene, and propane. Okay. Hazard fire risk potential as highly flammable, so there was a high risk of fire also. For rapid spread, for flame, and release for toxic fume during the combustion. When they caught fire, there was a different kind of fumes in the air, like carbon monoxide. That was also a hazardous gas. Explosives. Substances are devices designed to release pressure, gas, and heat suddenly when subject to certain conditions, such as impact, heat, or friction. The examples are dynamite, preventive fireworks, and blasting agents. What is blasting agents? Toxic or poisonic substance. I already told about the toxic material. Chemical that can cause injury, illness, or death when inhaled, ingested, or absorbed through the skin. That chemical that if you can contact with directly, that can be damage to your skin. If you can inhale it, it's damage to your lungs also. Okay, these are the toxic and poisonous materials. Unlike if you can discuss about the hydrogen sulfide is highly toxic gas. If you can smell it, you are going to be unconscious within a minute. Yes. Okay. The examples: pesticides, carbon monoxide, chlorine gas, and cyanides. Acute and chronic health effects, including organ damage, respiratory failure, or lead to death. Radioactive material, as I already told you about the radiography, substance that have resistant radiation which can harm the living organism and the environment also. Example: uranium, plutonium, cesium, and medical isotopes. We already have medical isotopes in our radiology ward also. Radiation exposure can cause cancer, genetic damage, and or acute radiation. There is a way where we go in that area, especially written there, please. And if you are going to for X-ray with patient, please stay away or stay outside. Compressed gases. We also have a medical storage area with compressed gases. Gas stored under pressure in cylinder or tanks which can explode at express if released. Example: oxygen, nitrogen, acetylene, and propane. These are explosion, suffocation, or chemical reaction if the gas is flammable or reactive, and sometimes also explosive. Okay, this was the written here. Explosive means if a cylinder has been pulled down and in case that may be compressed gas has will go to explosion. It's a very high exposure. Okay. Oxidizers, chemical that can cause or enhance the combustion of other material by providing oxygen. Example: hydrogen peroxide, ammonium nitrate, and potassium permanganate. Hazard: increased fire risk, potential for violent reaction, and contribution to explosive conditions. What means continues to explosive condition? It leads to explosive conditions that may cause of explosion conditions. They will contribute to explosion also. Okay. Last was infectious substance like biological material. We already discussed about the environmental hazard biological material. Biological material can cause disease in humans or animals, including bacteria, viruses, and also the toxins. Examples: medical waste, contaminated blood samples, and live persons. We are facing here in our hospital premises that was on daily basis we have a lot of wasted material from wards and laboratories and also from the ICU wards. That was a correct example of infectious substance. Okay? Yes. Risk of infection, spread of disease and contamination of the environment. Risk of infection. If a person have a HIV or have a, any kind of other disease like TB, that if a needle has been utilized both sides, or if we have also a case in previous week that a housekeeping guy prick a needle in his hand during the housekeeping. If that patient have a HIV, let's suppose I'm just exampling, and that was should be converted to that as housekeeping guy. So that was the main hazard for infection substance. Corrosives. Substance that can cause severe damage to living tissues or other materials such as metal through chemical reaction. We have a very good example of iron that was. Okay, these are the 8 different type of classification of hazardous material. Okay, you must know each and every one. I will share this presentation with you. Okay, guys, no need to take picture. It should be in everyone's mobile. Labeling and signage for hazardous material. Why labeling and signage is most important part for hazardous material? Because without labeling and signage, we don't understand what kind of material is inside, what kind of hazards of that material, what kind of handling protocol for that material. You understand? What kind of reaction of that material, what kind of PPs we have to use for this material. So there was the way labeling and signage is most important part for handling hazardous material. NFPA says purpose of labeling and signage: labeling requirements, signage requirement, emergency information, training and awareness, and also NFPA Diamond, a part of NFPA Diamond 704. What as NFPA Diamond says that if we have a diamond here, the blue area in the blue corner is for health hazard. For health hazard. The categories has been 1 to 4. From 1 to 4. 1 mean lower and 4 mean severe, higher. Okay? Like if health hazard is deadly dangerous to health. Extreme dangerous to health. At number 2, hazardous. Number 1, slightly hazardous. 0 is a normal material. Like this was like a chair, like what is also material. But it's a normal, not dangerous to our health or animal to environment also. So this rating shows that if the severity is going up like 1, 2, 3, 4, that material was highly toxic and highly hazardous, highly flammable also for health, for environment and for people. You understand? Same like fire hazards, same like specific hazards and reactivities also. Okay? So this time it should be every one person's mind. When will he see the SDS safety data sheet of any material, he must know the rating of that material. You understand, guys? Yes, you must know about that material, how much reactivity here, how much is toxic, and how much the flammability rating of it. What is the flammability? I have a question. What is the flammability rating for CNG? Understand that how much that gas, how much that liquid, or how much that fluid is dangerous for our health, for environment. So please, you must know the all part of NFPA Diamond and must remember the all part category of that. Risk to health and safety due to chemical properties. As well as we are discussing about the hazardous material, that hazards due to their chemical property, that how much it is dangerous for our health and safety. Okay, how much risk we are getting from them. Like chemical hazard, how much the chemical hazard is dangerous for our health. Exposure to toxicity level, flammability, how much flammability, how soon as possible the emission source has been activated and all thing got fire. Corrosivity, reactivity, environmental impact, regulatory compliance, personal protective equipment, and emergency preparedness. Due to their chemical property, there was a lot of risk for our health. Okay, so we must remember these things. Their impact on the environment. Okay, regular compliance. We have to check and balance on regular basis. We have utilized the PPEs when we going to handle or we going to shift them, and we also prepare by trainings, by drills we are already conducting for our staff and for hospital also. Emergency response requirement. What are the requirements for emergency response? What is the purpose of emergency response planning? Anyone?
To save the life and property in the net, right?
Yes, Nikshan?
Emergency response plan.
The purpose of emergency response plan is effectively, shortly response to that material in case of emergency. How we can handle, how we can, in case of fire, extinguish, and how we can isolate, okay, and how we can handle it. So, emergency response planning is most important before if there was a happen any incident or accident happen. Okay, emergency response plan. There should be emergency response plan for every place, for every health material. Like we have a medical gas storage area, so we should have emergency response plan. If there was a fire in the medical gas, what was our strategy? If medical gas leak, what is our strategy? Where we can shift the persons, where we can gather the all staff, where the wall is, who is responsible for the call to 911, who is responsible for 444, who can coordinate with the Ministry of Health. So everyone should know their duties and they should be written in the emergency plan. Okay, so emergency plan should be made for every site or every place of that work. Coordination with local authorities. According to this, we must have a coordination with local authorities that they have where we can dispose that. In case of emergency, we have to dispose that material or we have to shift in any other way. So you must have a coordination with the local authorities. Okay. Emergency equipment and resources. What kind of emergency equipment we require in case for emergency response? If we have to deal with the chemical hazards, like if we have a fire in what can I say, in the warehouse. So there are different type of chemicals there. So what is our equipment that we can utilize for it, and what kind of resources we need, what kind of PPEs we need. So we must have the resources list, and we must have a coordination and liaison with the local authorities and also with the higher authorities and also with the civil defense. Training and drills, most important part for us, and also we are doing it. We are doing trainings regarding hazard material handling. We are doing drills on different departments, on different areas, how we can handle, how we can respond on it, what kind of agent we can use, what is our response time, where is the location of emergency extinguisher system, where is the fire hydrant system, where is the wet chemical system. So that was also part of our emergency response planning. Incident reporting and documentation. After any incident, if happened an incident, so there should be a complete documentation of the incident to know the root cause of that accident. That this accident happened, what is the cause of that incident, why it's happened, because it may not be repeat again. There should be a lesson for us. Okay? If we cannot learn, we cannot make reporting and documentation. That should be a a past story, and that may happen again. So the reporting and documentation is very important. Hazardous communication. The communication hazards key. What are kind of hazards? What kind of knowledge about it? You have to share. For today, we have 3 more slides. I try my best to deliver it same shift.